Hello, this is Paul. Uh, I've diffracted Hillary Clinton's uh, morbid tissue and put it into wavelength frequencies. I don't know if I need to say headphones or not. And I was diffracted that to try to analyze Hillary's skin. This here is a picture of her face on what it looks like. And it's at 1,000 millimeters per linear inch. Well, excuse me if I said millimeters or got it wrong, but it's at 1,000. And I wanted to exploit Hillary's morbid tissue, as you can see here. And so it's what I had done. Okay, I've put it on a meter. Now I use a CFL light. Let me stick in this headphone and see if it does any better. I use a CFL, that's a compact fluorescent lamp, to calibrate it, and this right here is supposedly is my zero line. And I'll tell you right now, I'm an amateur scientist, so don't get out and say that this here is the Bible gospel or whatever that crap is. And it's what I had done, because it gave me values of 1587 nanometers, and I know that's not correct because that's going to be in the UV. However, you might be a physicist, and you know what's going on, and and you might want to screen shoot any part that you want. So I added 405.4 back on, and it hit smack dab on this line right here, 518 nanometers, which is boron. And boron molecule, this one here, I still have to investigate 593 nanometers, but I possibly whatever. So boron happens to be uh, a molecule, and borax falls right into it. It's supposed to be the same thing, and it's like all these wavelengths here. Everything, every time it takes a nook or a cranny, it has a meaning, So you might want to record it or screen shoot it. So I was excited to come up with 518, to come up with boron, that led me to borax, and because I had prior experience with Ronald Reagan and his 20 build borax team, and for some reason the two collided on that, and so there's got to be something to it. And then further research of borax spells this out: make your own slime. Well, who's going to need that? Well, Reagan's into it, and Hillary's skin is that. And so is what Hillary has done. It's been very creative. She made her own slime skin, and she's wearing a slime. Of course, this right here has been dyed, and so that there tells me that Hillary Clinton's 117 years old. Can you guess that? I mean, does she have 117-year-old skin? You can see right now it's very synthetic. I don't want to suffer you to another picture of Hillary because she's uh, inflicting emotional distress upon all of us. See her in the newspaper or digital media every day of our lives for decades. And she's trying to do some toll on us. So this here slime, it can be fabricated to make a skin out of it. And let's see, let's get over here. This here is a person, the chief supply clerk, who promotes borax. It's Ronald Reagan, and I know of him. I've been to a Borax mine before when I was about 6 or 7 years old, to no trespassing abandoned mines, and found 13 of them in the entrance, screaming at me, "A human behind the lines, a human behind the lines, you're not supposed to be here." So, knowing that there were clones, I used my MP5 and I perforated all of them. No blood, although I have perforated and pounded the crap out of with bullets. So yeah, and this video here was interesting to see Reagan's teeth move up and down. They go all the way down to his jaw muscle and all the way back up, and it was a very ghastly creature. But I found out that Reagan is a black widow spider, because I stopped in at his ranch. I dropped in on his ranch, was sucked out of the airliner, and I landed on a horse, or inside the horse, from several thousand feet. It was on Ripley's Believe It or Not. And Reagan was in the early 60s doing screen movies on him being a cowboy back in the Old West with a 20 mule borax team, 20 mule team for selling borax soap or boosters. Somehow somebody needed it. But one thing led to another, and Reagan was there at the screen door with a 6 foot tongue, laughing at flies. He was having his dinner, and had just been tasered by his ranch manager, and I went and shoved him back down. He had a rifle and knocked him out, and then I slammed my fist through Reagan's slime skin to pull out to see what he had on the inside of him. And the only thing I could pull out were these long sticks, which were black widow legs. And they were 6 to 12 feet long. And I, goddamn stupid, but I continued to do that because I could have been fanged and totally dissolved. But I got the spider off guard. Excuse me. I don't want to gross you out. So you got to get that out of your faggot brain function. Not everything's a lizard. You might want to go down a fuzzy moa. That's Arizona no-fly zone, and they have your type of lizard. But there's other diversities, enormous. And there's frogs, spiders, water striders, and snails, and other things that make shells. Snails can make a human shell, and the very poisonous ones. So I just want to bring you through this that they're wearing disguises that contour them. Reagan contours his by buttoning up his legs, and he makes a disguised slime suit, the same thing as John F. Kennedy, because I pulled up Kennedy's slime suit. I don't know if it was made out of borax or not, whether he needed it or his own spit, because he was a Hesperus. Same thing with Einstein. He was wearing a slime skin. He was a Hesperus spider. His spider is up at Mother's Museum, stands over 10 feet tall. It's in the back closet. I hate that. I wanted to bring it out on full display. He has 2 different brains up there that they've taken out. Also has a 25-foot tongue. That is Albert Einstein. And that was a Hesperus. Hesperus need slime bag disguises. A Mac 10 does not. I've taken a can of brilliant orange paint, painted a red time bottle or time tattoo bottle Mac 10, and it got into the hands of a Moroni clone chemist. And in 2 to 3 years, I solved this person on the street with orange rich skin, and we both collided on that. Uh, at that very same minute, we knew just exactly how it got there. I sprayed it with a can of spray paint. He was a little frightened about it, and he told me that it was some term sounded like Italian entomology that I could not understand, but they say it really faggy like. But he says that it is your form of metamorphosis that he went through, and he had transformed rather than bought himself a new skin. And on top of that, Mormons do not use all the time borax. Others use as stinking, rotten rubber that smells so bad, and they use toads with it. And it stinks really bad. I'm trying to locate the source of that and try to break that down and take a look at that and see just what I can figure out by that. So anyhow, this is the exploitation of morbid tissue. It turns out they were being fooled and they contour it, and they can take it in several different forms, and they can be more than just lizards. So I just wanted to share this here with you. I'm an amateur scientist. Don't think that things have got to be just perfect on it, but some knowledge that what I do have, you might want to screenshot any place along the way. But this here is what I found out that she cracks that. This is Hillary's skin, and she cracks at 518 nanometers, which is boron, which is borax molecule, and you can make slime out of it and make a disguise. I'm sure Reagan knows that, but he wouldn't be promoting it for some clandestine purpose. So hopefully I can navigate back here and have a video. So have a good day. Thank you.